In this video, I show you how to build this simple mobile shelving unit. It's also adjustable just by simple 1/4-20 bolts, so you can move the 2x4 and particle board shelving to wherever you want. Also, I have the feet bumping out here a little bit since it's on wheels to prevent tipping. It's easy to build. It only took me 12 2x4s. So let's get started. Now the first thing you want to do is figure out what you're going to store on the shelf. That'll tell you how big to make it. In my case, I'll be using it for firewood. I got these buckets here that I fill with scrap wood that's too small to use for any projects. And then that way I got lots of firewood to bring with for camping. Now the buckets I'm working with are 12 gallon or 48 quart. And ideally I'd like to have 3 per shelf. So if we look at the size we're dealing with, I need a shelf that's at least 47 inches wide and at least 22 inches deep. So to make things easier on myself, and also to utilize the most out of the 2x4s and the sheet of particle board that I bought, I'm going to make each shelf just shy of 2 foot by 4 foot. Now the first part we're actually going to build is the frame, because the frame will essentially wrap around the shelves. A little hard to describe, but you'll see what I mean. Now the first pieces of the shelf I'm cutting out are 4 pieces, all cut at 68 inches. These are all the legs of the shelf, so of course you'll want to adjust this depending on how tall you want to make your shelf. To make these adjustable, I'm drilling 3/8 inch holes every 2 inches. I am also leaving 12 inches of space on either end just to maintain a little bit extra strength there, but also there's no point in adjusting the shelf that high or low. Now even though I'm using 1/4 inch bolts, I used a 3/8 inch drill bit on all of the legs, and I'll do the same on the shelves, because that way it gives me more wiggle room, so I don't have to worry about being too precise. Meaning later on, when I attach the shelves to the legs, I don't have to worry about being off by a 1/16 of an inch or so. But anyway, with the legs prepped, I can now cut out the rest of the parts to make 2 identical sides for the frame. Now for the next 8 pieces I'm cutting out at 47 3/4 inches, half of these will be used as width stretchers. So if you're making your shelf wider or narrower than I am, then you have to adjust those. But after that, I can cut out 2 pieces at 26 3/4 inches, and these are based off of the depth of the shelf. These sit directly on 2 legs as I'm assembling the sides. Now there's a few things left I have to do for this frame. The first one is attaching the permanent supports, which will be the same length as all of the shelves, but I'm going to attach to the top and bottom of either side here, just to make sure the whole frame is very strong by itself. Now, speaking of that, the next thing I have to do after I get all that assembled, I figure it'll be easier then, I'm going to add some cross bracing to both of these. Just something real simple, 2x4 going across like this, just to prevent any of the racking this way, because that'll be another weak spot. Now the last part is adding some wheels. I'm waiting on the wheels because having wheels on the bottom of these right now will just make everything more difficult. I don't want these rolling around while trying to assemble them. But once I get the whole frame attached together permanently, I can just tip it over, easily screw wheels on the bottom, and then the frame is all complete. So next thing we have to do, attach both of these together with the permanent supports. For attaching the permanent top supports, you have a couple options here. One, of course, is just to attach to the outside, which is the easiest, there's no cutting. And then option 2, you can trim it to fit the inside, and this is best because your top shelf will be the same size as the rest of the shelves, and it's real easy just to trace it in place and then use the table saw to make a couple cuts to cut out the notches so it fits flush with the top of the shelf. Now with this type of design, you definitely need extra support from cross supports, and the easiest way is just to plop a piece up here and trace it out. Then I bring it over to the miter saw and I eyeball where I have to cut it out, and this is plenty good enough, and it's a lot easier than doing math. Now it's time to add the wheels, and like I mentioned earlier, I have these bump out a little bit just to help prevent tipping. It's not like a regular shelf where you can attach it to the wall, so this definitely helps prevent that. But I did want to point out, these might seem like tripping hazards. I don't think they will be for me because they don't bump out that far, but you may want to consider adding maybe some extra supports from the end there just to make it more obvious as you're walking by that it sticks out a little bit. Whatever works best for you. Now for my shelf supports, these are all going to match the same width as my width stretchers that I added at 47 3/4 inches. And for these, all I have to do is drill out a couple holes on either end for adjustment pins. And once again, I'm drilling these 3/8 inches instead of a quarter to add a little bit of extra wiggle room. Now to attach all of these shelf rungs, I'm just using 1/4 bolts. And all I got to do is line it up wherever I want, and then I can bolt it in place. And you can use regular nuts or wing nuts or knobs, anything you want, and the shear strength of these bolts will be plenty strong enough per shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of these, and then we'll move on to cutting out the particle board. All of my particle board shelves will be 23 3/4 by 47 3/4 inches, like I mentioned at the start, and all of these will simply sit on top of all of these shelf rungs. Now, this is strong enough for the way I'm using my shelves. You may want to add some cross supports to your shelf rungs if you want this to be even stronger. Well, not only did I give myself lots of extra space for firewood storage, but I managed to find spots for other various camping items. So it's nice this way I have everything all together in one spot. But also if I really wanted to, I could just push this entire shelf out to my truck. So then that way I'm not running back and forth to the garage for each individual item. But I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned something. I hope you try building one of these yourself, and let me know in the comments if there's anything you would improve or change. Thanks for watching.